set to go, so gotta warm up. Gotta get a little warm up, so absolutely. I'm absolutely set to go. I'm ready to go. Today's show is going to be a little different, and let me first thank everybody for tuning in today. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Inspiring Through Sports podcast. So far, as you can see, as I'm starting out with this show today, it's just me today. I got a few announcements I got to make in terms of the show that we've been working on. Technically, I'm pretty much going to be able to jump right into it in terms of the show. Normally, it's me and Coach C doing the show, but today it's pretty much just me, and they're going to be some changes in terms of where I'm going to be taking the podcast moving forward. But there's definitely going to be some announcements and things of that nature. Something I got to really share, with different people. So today's podcast, what the focus is going to focus on is that it's business, not personal. So I'm gonna focus on, I'm gonna go right into it. We're going right into it in terms of the podcast. So the focus is that it's business, it's not personal. And the reason why I want to talk about that, because, a lot of people sometimes don't understand how to separate business from the personal. So one of the things that I want to do with Inspiring Through Sports podcast, just to provide an opportunity to talk about a lot of the things that I'm doing in the community in terms of Inspiring Through Sports, what Inspiring Through Sports is all about. But today is pretty much episode number 6. So today's episode number 6. Welcome to the show. You're here with Jermaine Capombe. I'm Coach K, Jay the speaker. And so you're tuned in with me. So usually I have a partner with me, but that's not the case in terms of moving forward. And which is not a bad thing and I'm kind of going to get into it, some of the reason why and things of that nature. But one of the things what's going to happen right now with the podcast, this creates an opportunity for different people to have a chance to come to the podcast. This going to create the opportunity. Different people will come to the podcast, and pretty much, the podcast in terms of the platform it was being shared. And the reason why it was being shared in terms of being called Inspiring Through Sports with Passion and Motivation podcast, because I was willing to actually share that with Coach C. But, there were some different decisions that was made on Coach C's side. I think, she decided that, she wanted to move in a different direction. Some of the things that she wanted to do. Some things I can't go into. There's some stuff I can't go into. And some stuff, I don't really have to go into. But the fact that, I'm at episode number 6, because the goal was for me to start a podcast. That was the goal. And I think working with Coach C, was a great opportunity to kind of push it to get to this point. We did 5 episodes. And there's a reason why I'm even doing the podcast. And the reason why, because, I wanted to provide, just create the platform to be able to talk about Inspiring Through Sports. Why I created Inspiring Through Sports. Right now, Inspiring Through Sports has grown to, when I first started Inspiring Through Sports, the focus was just doing training. That was the focus, just doing training and trying to make a difference in the community, helping the kids out. I saw the need in terms of just how to work with kids from a mental aspect, how to build them mentally, There's a lot of, coming from a sports background myself, a lot of times, like we always say, if you want to change something, it's better that you do it yourself. If you want to make a change, it's better that you do it yourself. Don't tell somebody else to make the change that you want, right? So don't tell somebody else to make the change that you want, because most of the time people are not going to understand what you're really talking about. So that's why it's important for yourself to be able to step in and actually be the person that actually, starts that change. So I wanted to actually start, kind of get into the scene in terms of making a difference, helping kids, making a difference. But like I said, today's podcast is focusing on it's business, not personal. Yeah, it's business, not personal. So, because when people are able to make business decisions, it's okay for us to understand that was a business decision. Sometimes people can't separate the two. I've worked with a lot of different people, whether we were just friends from the beginning or whether we just got together through business. And I think in terms of the podcast moving forward, in terms of, creating the opportunity for other people to be able to come on the podcast and to kind of tell their story. And what's the purpose of Inspiring Out Through Sports podcast? Inspiring Out Through Sports podcast is youth sports talk. We're talking about sports. It's going to provide an opportunity for other coaches, other individuals to be able to come on to tell their story from their own personal experience. That's what it's about. And to also be able to, just provide great information. Like I said, one of the reasons why I started coaching, because I felt like, that you don't have to scream at the kids in order to teach them. There's some kids you do got to get on them, but like I said, you don't got to scream at the kids in order to teach them. So a lot of coaches are screaming, yelling, but they're not providing, sometimes they're just not providing, telling the kids, what they need them to do, or showing them what they need them to do in practice, right? Like, by the time you get to the game, for example, the kids should kind of know what to do. If they don't know what to do, then of course you got to go back to practice. You got to work on it, and you got to be able to, show them what to do. And that's why I'm focusing on is business, not personal, because you got to be able to separate the two. And also, the growth of Inspiring Out Through Sports has been a lot of people have helped me to get to this point, even to get to this podcast. It's been a lot of people. It's not something I've been able to do on my own, but at the same time, I am the driving force. Meaning that if you want to do anything, you got to be willing to do it yourself. You got to be willing to do it yourself. And I think, I don't want to sit here and kind of talk about Coach C all day, but I think, there were some lessons there. There was a lesson, and one of the lessons was that, even when you're sharing or you're willing to be, you're willing to be nice, you're willing to share, you got to understand, what it is that you're doing in terms of, putting yourself first. It's okay to put yourself first. But my philosophy and understanding is that, like I say, my personal background, I played a lot of soccer growing up. I played basketball, so I'm a team player. I didn't grow up playing an individual sport like tennis or golf. So my thinking is based on the team. How do we win the championship? So whatever I got to do, the sacrifice for us to win the championship, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So when somebody makes a business decision, so I don't take it personal, because it's just business. It's not personal. So, but like I said before, I will be able to bring on different people. So if you're interested coming to the show, just send me a message. Say that you would like to come to the show to be able to tell your story, to be able to talk about some of the things that you're currently doing, the difference that you're actually making in the community, and what Inspiring Out Through Sports podcast, is designed to focus on. It's designed to focus on, inspirational stories. Anybody who have an inspirational story that I want to tell, is designed for that. Life stories, anything, in terms of, life, because when we talk about Inspiring Out Through Sports, we're talking about life. We're talking about life. So, because when you're playing sports, especially for kids, there's so many things that kids learn through sports that's more important than just them making the basket, them kicking that ball into the soccer goal, them scoring that touchdown. There's so many different things that kids learn that sometimes as parents, we forget that kids are learning different things in the process of playing sports. They're learning about how to work with other people. They're learning about how to be committed to something. They're learning about how to show up on time. They're learning about respect. They're also developing discipline, commitment, and they're also learning how to work with people they might not like. Yes, that does happen. That even in sports, even among kids, there might be people on the team that maybe they just don't like because maybe they had a small disagreement because there might be another kid on the team who don't like to pass the ball. So you got to teach them how to share. But another kid might be upset the fact that this other kid don't like to pass the ball. So my point is they're learning more than just that sport that they're actually playing. So where we are right now with Inspiring Out Through Sports, Inspiring Out Through Sports has grown. So from me just training, and there's actually a lot of people who actually helped me in the process to get to where I am. So, I'll be sending some shout outs today. And if I forget, for somehow I'm not going to mention everybody, but there are some key people who actually really played a major role for me to get to this point in terms of being able to just make a difference or to get to where I am. So one of the guys actually who really, really kind of just provided me a lot of information, a lot of knowledge is one of my childhood friends, Saheed. Saheed definitely, that's a name you're going to hear a lot from me. Saheed was one of the people actually who really, just encouraged me, talked to me about even just using Instagram. He's able to let me know, hey, you need to get on IG. So I think once I got on Instagram, started using Instagram a lot, business-wise, or making a difference working with kids, it pretty much just kind of really started growing in terms of me, being able to work with different kids. But it wasn't really the different kids. It was also a lot of my childhood friends. Thanks to thanks to James as well. Shout out to James, one of my childhood friends. So James is one of the first people as well who kind of contacted me on Instagram for me to come out, work with his kids. So James, I appreciate you. Like I told you before, you're doing a great job with the kids, man. You're doing a great job. Continue to put the kids, in different situations. Continue to, you're doing a great job with the family. Like I told you, you already got the kids. They're moving in the right direction. But anytime that you need me to work with the kids, I'm always here. You know how to reach me. So just continue to do what you're doing. And Ira was my other friend, actually, who actually just, he's really one of the people where I've grown. I started out training, Ira's son And I think I used to train him just by himself. I used to train him just by himself. So from training him, but all that had to do was he talking to me about getting on Instagram. And once I got on Instagram, and I think that opened up the opportunity just for me to be able to work with more kids. So Ira, I appreciate you. Just, being able to bring little man to get some work. So it was definitely, it was great to see his progress, to see that process with him grow, and what that did to open up door for more people that saw the work that I was doing. And also, and what I learned in the process is that you don't have to be good at actually what you're doing right away. It's not that I wasn't good, but what happened, the more I trained, the better I became. The more I did training, the better I got. I already had a lot of knowledge from actually training myself. Training myself, teaching myself, being my own. So I was my own trainer before I started training other people, right? And it wasn't even that I started training other people. After training myself, I also helped train my younger brother as well. But my kids is where I really learned a lot. Training my kids, I learned a lot training them. I got a lot of knowledge. They taught me a lot about just, how to be able to, guide them and support them. But like I said before, today we're talking about being able to separate. How do you separate? How can you separate things, right? Separating things, for example, everything is connected, but you got to know how to separate things. It's very important to be able to do that. It's very important to be able to do that. Because, and the way I look at it is simple as this. It's just like when you purchase a pizza, right? You never seen anybody just grab the whole, unless you're getting a personal pan, unless you're getting a personal pizza, right? One of those real small pizzas that you could probably, even then, you don't just grab the whole pizza and start eating the whole entire pizza. They're gonna cut that pizza in slices, right? You're gonna cut it in slices, and you're gonna eat one slice at a time. Hopefully, you're eating one slice at a time. Hopefully hopefully you're doing it that way. And that's the same thing when we're talking about being able to separate business from the personal. You gotta be able to separate things. And I also learned that from even coaching my own kids, that you gotta understand when it's time to coach, it's time to be a trainer. You also gotta understand when it's time to just be a father. Time to just be a parent to your child. You got to be able to separate all those different things. And sometimes people have a struggle with separating. So, that's the focus. That's the focus for today. Episode number 6. We're focusing on talking about that it's not personal, but it's business. It's not personal, but it's business. So because things does happen, and you still got to be able to move forward. So so I'm definitely excited. I'm excited in terms of the steps that that I'm going to be taking with the show. So for those of you who are just tuning in, so welcome to Inspiring Through Sports podcast. You're here with Coach K, Jermaine Capombe, and the founder of Inspiring Through Sports. So, and as I mentioned before, like today, it gives me an opportunity to be able to just talk about Inspiring Through Sports and the process that I took to kind of get to this point. And right now, I'm not just doing training, we're also doing teams now. So we're doing teams now. And the purpose of doing teams is because, you know, once the kids get the training, the kids want to play. The kids want to play. So the fact that the kids want to play, we're able to do teams. Currently, we have a third and fourth grade team, and we have a second and third grade team that I'm currently working on right now, putting together. We're building that up, getting that situated. We also have the seventh and eighth grade team as well, and we have a lot of current 10th graders who are in the 10th grade, and they have a team. And the reason why a lot of those 10th graders actually decided to come to the organization, because they wanted to just focus on being able to, they want to just be able to focus on getting the training that they need to be able to make their high school team. They want to be able to make their high school team. So what I did for a lot of those guys, I say, you know what? Training will help you, but you got to get on the floor and play. You got to get on the floor and play. So through that process, they're having a chance to be able to play on teams. So they're on teams right now, and they're playing because training will help you, but you need to be playing. So they're on the floor. They're currently playing as well, so which that's going to give them a chance to be able to work on their game and to be able to be prepared to be able to make the high school team. And the purpose of Inspiring ILTSports right now is to prepare the kids to be able to make their high school team. That's the focus. So the kids who are in the program, they're getting the training, the development, just to be able to grow their skills, to be able to get ready for that, to be ready for high school. That's the focus. Along with having fun, you know, it's important for kids to have fun. It's almost like, for some reason, some people look at it like you can't have fun and work hard. I mean, I'm not sure. Sometimes it looks like that, like you can't have fun and work hard at the same time. You could work really hard and have fun at the same time. But especially for kids, they gotta have fun, you know. And I think the time that we're living in now, especially for a lot of kids, you know, they're participating in different organized activities because we got a lot of knowledge and we got a lot of information. But one of the things that as adults we forget that when we started doing different activities is because we wanted to have fun. We wanted to have fun. So with what we do, what I do with the kids, I make sure that the kids are having fun. And having fun is number one on my list. And I definitely, like I say, you know, one of the things I wanted to also do, to shout out a lot of different people who've been very helpful in the process of Inspiring ILTSports growing. One of my other really, really good friends, actually I grew up with, I like to send a shout out to Mark. I like to send a shout out to Mark Woodford. Mark Woodford has been with me since the beginning. A lot of people don't know Mark. Mark he's not always sometimes present, but he do a lot of work with me behind the scenes. We do a lot of work, you know, in the background, just making sure things is working right, things is functioning like it's supposed to. And the reason why I'm talking about these different individuals, because today I'm focusing on that it's business, it's not personal. It's business, it's not personal. You got to be able to separate the two. And some people can't separate the two. Because I've also been in business with different people that we were just friends from the beginning. But once we found out we probably couldn't work together business-wise, the friendship also went bad. Right? The friendship also went bad. Not necessarily from my side, because for me, I have a great understanding. So I don't really take a lot of things personal. I mean, personally for me, I don't take a lot of things personal. It's a waste of my time, to be honest with you. It's a waste of my time. I got bigger things that I'm focusing on. I got bigger things that I'm worrying about. You know, I got a family I got to take care of. I got my kids. I got to make sure that they're good. And now I got Inspiring ILTSports that I'm focusing on. Within Inspiring ILTSports currently right now, we got about 50 kids in the program. We got about 50 kids in the program, all right? So we got to get an applause for that one. Yeah, gotta get an applause for it. We got about 50 kids in the program, and we started with one. I started with one. Thanks to Ira, I started with one, but right now we're probably about 50 kids. So, and the focus is, when you want to do something, you have to be willing to do it yourself. People are going to tell you that you can't do it. People are going to tell you why you're doing it. Why are you even trying? You're not, you shouldn't do that. You're not good enough. But you have to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. Whatever you're trying to do, you got to believe in yourself. So that's, so my goal for Inspiring Through Sports podcast to be able to, hopefully I can encourage somebody else. I can encourage somebody else who might be thinking about maybe I should start that. I should start that business. Maybe I should start that program. Maybe I should go back to school. Maybe I should start driving. Whatever it is you need to start, you should start. Even if it means you telling yourself that you're good enough, you should start. And that's also the purpose of the podcast. The podcast is something that's been in me to start. I just wasn't able to get it started. I wasn't able to get it going. I wasn't able to really get it started. But when Coach C came through, we were able to get it started. When she came through, we was able to get it started. We started it. Like I said, we were able to do 5 episodes. But right now, Inspiring Through Sports podcast, right now, there's an opportunity for other people to be able to come to the show. So if you want to come to the show, all right, send me a message. Let me know you're allowed to come to the show. I'm not sure if I'm going to approve everybody, right? But my goal is not to turn anybody away. That's my goal. My goal is not to turn anybody away because opportunities is hard to come by. So my goal is not to turn anybody away because I'm growing. I'm growing in what I'm doing. There's a lot of stuff that I'm currently doing, and I'm going where I'm going, and I know where I'm going. So my goal personally is, I'm going where I'm going, and my goal is to try to help as many kids as possible in the process in terms of where I'm going. Simple as that. So my goal is to help as many kids as possible. That's basically what I'm trying to do. And why am I doing that? I have a bachelor's in social work. So I graduated from Frostburg State University with a bachelor's in social work. And the reason why I decided to study social work, I wanted to learn more about how to help people. I wanted to learn more about helping people. So I love helping people. I love doing it. That's what I love to do. This is my passion. Helping people is what I love to do. So I'm in a position to do what I love to do. And I was able to figure out how do I actually help people in actually what I like to do, which is sports. So I figured out how to help people in sports. So that's a long story in terms of myself. So everybody got a story. So part of the podcast is for me to be able to tell that story, to be able to highlight some of the people even in the program. So today is another step forward. Today is another step forward. Anytime you face challenges, anytime you face difficulty, that's an opportunity for you to take another step. That's an opportunity for you to take another step. So today, Inspiring Through Sports it's taking another step. And that step pretty much is that other people will be able to come onto the show to be able to talk about their passion, things that they're motivated about. They can come and talk about business, education, opportunity, even your faith. You could come on the show and talk about your faith as well. Because I don't get to this point without having faith in God. Having faith in God and having faith in myself. Having a believing in myself. So there's other stuff that I'm currently doing that I don't have to talk about right now. I'm not too worried about in terms of really talking about that right now. But today I just wanted to focus on that. Moving forward, that the podcast will be called Inspiring Through Sports Podcast. Moving forward. So, and I'm excited about that because I'm excited about it because, I'm excited about it because, I took it on, right? Some people will be like, man, why he think he can do that? I took it on. And the thing about it, the time that we're living in right now, we have the opportunity to do a lot of different things. You just got to believe in yourself. And you don't have to be good at it. But trust me, if you keep doing it, you're going to get good. If you keep doing it, you're going to get good. And I learned that through my training program of Inspiring Through Sports. And pretty much right now, I think, we do have other trainers in the area in Waldorf. We got, I think right now we're just, Southern Maryland, it's a great place right now. Right now, Charles County is the richest county, the richest black county in the United States. I mean, we live in the richest black county in the United States. I don't know how you can't be excited about that. I don't know how you can't be excited about that. I'm excited about that because that's opportunity. That means, we live in, that's opportunity. So, with Inspiring Through Sports, my goal, like I say, is just to help as many kids as possible. We got some kids in the program doing great things. Like I said, we're up to about 50 kids I'm currently working with. But we're definitely going to continue to grow. Let me send a shout out to some of my coaches who've been really a key role into just me continue to grow. Coach Rob, working with the younger kids. Coach Rob's been great. I like to thank Coach Rob. He's done a great job. Coach Aaron, him coming to the organization has really helped the organization go to another level. Coach Dodd, who just stepped up, just joined the organization not too long ago. And we got a young coach and Coach Malachi as well. So all these different coaches, who have currently joined the organization to be able to help out, to make a difference, to be able to help the kids. And also, I also want to, today I'm just sending a lot of shout outs. That's just the way that I am because I'm a team player. But I know how to lead. I know how to stand on my own. And if you're going to be a leader, you got to be willing to stand on your own. But I'm not by myself. I just named a bunch of people. I named a bunch of people that started, but it all started with me. And also, shout out to Gerard Williams, Coach Williams, who I've been working with for the last 2 years. He's been tremendous in terms of just helping me grow, helping Inspiring Through Sports continue to grow, continue to make a difference. And also shout out to Will at the Sportsplex, Will Drakeford at the Sportsplex. Definitely want to shout him out. It's been a process, and like I said before, today I'm talking about that it's not personal, but it's business. It's not personal, but it's business. And a lot of people have a problem with separating the two. They can't separate the two. That some decisions that's made it's a business decision. Don't take it personal. All right? Don't get upset. Don't be so emotionally attached to that. Be willing to continue to move forward. So I'm excited for episode number 6. I'm really looking forward to episode number 7. Like I said, this is an opportunity right now for other people to come on the show. Coaches can come to the show. Pastors can come to the show. Teachers can come to the show. Trainers can come to the show. All right, so it's an opportunity. And here's the thing about it too. It's good to actually come now while I'm building. I'm building, right? I'm in the beginning of this. I'm building this. I'm building this, right? Just like I started with the training program with one kid. We started with one kid, and right now we got about 50. We got about 50, and I think I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started because my goal is just to help as many kids as possible. My goal is just to help as many kids as possible. But we've been doing this a while. Like I say, with the podcast, it's an opportunity for me to actually tell my own personal story. I could be all day talking about Spinal Through Sports. I got stories, man. I could be all day, when I first started. And I'll give you something else, that when I first started, before we got to Spinal Through Sports, and actually all of this comes from me working from the foundation school. Me working at the foundation school, I work with kids with emotional disability, kids with behaviors. Those are kids who actually go to regular school, but they get in trouble. And they get kicked out of regular school, and they got to go to like a level 5 behavior school. And I worked there for about 4 years. Working there for 4 years with kids with just different type of behaviors, that prepared me to do what I'm doing right now. Like I said, I'm just sending shout outs today, man. Today is all about sending out shout outs in terms of what I'm currently doing. And when I was at the foundation school, I met this teacher assistant, Mr. Thompson. Shout out to Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson he was really, somebody that really introduced to me what mentorship was all about through sports. He introduced what mentorship was all about. And the difference with Inspiring Through Sports, that I take a mentoring approach working with my kids. And the reason why I take a mentoring approach, because when you work with kids, it's about building their mind. It's about building their mental. It's about building their confidence. It's a lot of people. Yeah, I'm gonna call people. I'm gonna call it like I see it. It's a lot of people, a lot of adults who are quick to tear kids down, who are quick to be negative when they're talking to kids, are quick to tell kids they can't do certain things. They're just kids. They're 10 years old. They're 11 years old. They're 12 years old. Where are they going? They're going to the next age. They're going to the next grade, right? The focus should be to build, not to tear. So I got tired of seeing that. So I didn't want to put my kids through that. So the only thing that I could do is actually make sure I'm there to be able to lead them, to be able to guide them, to be able to make sure that, but I'm getting them ready. And at the same time, we still got to be able to also challenge kids. We got to challenge them to be able to prepare them for the world. So when they go out there, they have the strength to succeed. But you got to prepare them mentally. You got to make sure that they're mentally strong. You don't got to wait to get them ready mentally. So if Inspiring Through Sports, I take a mentoring approach working with kids. It's about mentorship. Like I tell my kids, I could teach you how to make a basket in my sleep. Yeah, I could teach you how to do that in my sleep. I can. I played varsity when I was in the 10th grade. I'm jumping all over the place right now. But because like I said today, today, take a little break. Oh man, do a lot of talking today. I'm gonna do a lot of talking today. I feel like I'm warming up now. I'm warming up. For those of you just tuning in, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Inspiring Through Sports podcast. You're here with, I'm Coach K, Jermaine Capombe, Jay the speaker. And I'm the founder of Inspiring Through Sports. And I'm pretty much talking about that today. I'm talking about it. It's not personal, but it's business. You got to be able to separate the two, right? And And I was just, and I was talking about I could just teach the kids how to make a basket in my sleep. I went to High Point High School when I was in the ninth grade. I played JV and I probably averaged about 18 points a game. I played point guard, shooting guard, small forward. I averaged about 18 a game. Yeah, killing. All right, killing. All right, so I played varsity. In the 10th grade. I always remember the first game of the season at High Point High School. The first game of the season, I didn't start. I came off the bench, but I played well. But when we got to the second game of the season, I always remember this. We're in the locker room. We're sitting in the locker room. We're getting ready for the game. We already warmed up. We're ready to go. Everybody's set to go. The coach comes into the locker room and said, "Well, we about to go play." He said, "Jermaine, you're starting today. You're starting a point. You're the point guard for tonight." I wasn't even ready for that. I wasn't even prepared for that. But meaning I wasn't seeing myself that way. I started varsity in the 10th grade playing point for High Point High School. So I could teach the kids how to make a basket in my sleep, but it's not about that. It's about making sure that they're mentally strong. It's making sure their confidence is high. That's what it's about. Because every kid is different. There's some kids, they're just better than some. There's some kids that start learning. So what I've been able to do, I've been able to work with a lot of the kids who are just learning. A lot of the kids just want a chance. A lot of the kids just want an opportunity. A lot of the kids just want to be included with the other kids. So that is what I'm doing. So if your kid need training, who's just starting out, they just want to actually know how to do it, I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm probably the best at it right now in terms of kids who are just starting out. I'm probably the best at it. Teach them from the beginning, teaching them how to do it, guiding them. So that's what this podcast is all about. Now we want to talk about, how to build kids up the proper way, how to build kids up right. And so episode number 6 today, like I said, Coach C is no longer with the podcast. That was her decision. It wasn't my decision. That was her decision. She decided that she wanted to move in a different direction. That she wanted to. There's some people she wanted to work with. That she felt that I can't even get into what she told me. I can't even get into that, but so which is great. But I'm excited about it because it opens up an opportunity for me to get other people to the show. And also, currently right now, like I said, Inspiring Through Sports, we're currently growing. So also follow us, follow Inspiring Through Sports. Subscribe to Inspiring Through Sports on our YouTube channel. Yes, I'm also growing the YouTube channel for Inspiring Live Through Sports. If you look up Inspiring Live Through Sports on YouTube, it should come up. Inspiring Live Through Sports, type Coach K, it should come up. And go ahead and follow us on YouTube. Right now, we're about 53 subscribers. The goal right now, I'm just trying to get to 100. The goal is to get to 100. So don't stand on the sideline. All right, don't stand on the sideline hearing me saying this and you just like, right? Go ahead. All right, look it up. All right, subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, on YouTube, subscribe. Because we're going to get to 100. Trust me, we're going to get there. It's only 100. I mean, come on. Really, to be honest with you, the goal is to get to 1,000. The goal is to get to 1,000, right? But before we can get to 1,000, right, got to have small goals. Got to have small goals at a time. So right now we want to get to 100 next. So go to YouTube, look up Inspiring Live Through Sports on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We got some things coming up. One of the things I like to always say is trust the process. Trust the process to be great. Trust the process to be great. So, Inspiring Through Sports is on that process. Inspiring Through Sports is on a process to be great. We're not all the way there yet, but we're in the process to be great. So we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to push forward. I'm going to continue to make a difference. I'm going to continue to help more kids because, like I tell a lot of people, it's not about me, it's about the kids. It's not about me, it's about the kids, about making a difference. So, so definitely go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you'd like to come on to the show, just go ahead and send me a message on inspiring_lives_through_sports on Instagram. Inspiring_lives_through_sports on Instagram. Just send me a message. I can't have everybody come on, but I think, if you're going to send me a message, you got to know that you're qualified to come on. You got to be able to talk about something. You can't come on here and you have nothing to talk about. All right? And it has to be about sports. And it has to be about life. It has to be motivational, inspirational, educational, business, right? All that good stuff. And also, let's send a shout out to the Denver Nuggets for winning the NBA Finals this year. I definitely didn't think they were going to win the NBA Finals. I didn't see the Denver Nuggets winning the NBA Finals. I didn't see that. I guess I'm a LeBron fan. So yeah, I'm a LeBron fan. That doesn't mean I think he's better than Jordan. Is he better than Mike? I don't know. Jordan is the GOAT. Let me just put it like that. Jordan is the GOAT, but LeBron is close. He's a close second possibly. So I thought the Lakers had a chance, but shout out to the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, their best player, the Joker. He played great. He probably should have got another MVP. I mean, he's that good. So, and Jamal Murray was great. They had some other great role players on the team. Pope. Green. So they had a good team. So shout out to them for winning the NBA Finals and things of that nature. Because we're talking about sports. I need a quick break. That's right. You're here with Coach K with Inspiring Through Sports podcast. And also, I'd like to actually congratulate one of our own. We want to congratulate one of our own kids in the program. One of our kids in the program, like I say, Inspiring Through Sports, with me working with the kids, it goes all the way back to Park and Rec. So Park and Rec, we started out Park and Rec. Park and Rec, Select. A lot of the kids we got Select, Park and Recreation. A lot of the kids we got, kind of started with me back then. But we have one who's really, he really took everything serious. And so I want to take this time, like I said today, I'm pretty much sending shout outs. I want to take the time right now to congratulate Sean Sanflair. Sean Sanflair is one of the kids, who actually really trusts the process. He trusts the process. There's been a lot of kids who came through the program, some, I don't have to name, who didn't stick with the process, who actually, because I have a way of teaching. I don't rush the kids. I build them up slow. My goal is to teach your child to become a complete basketball player. I teach them to become a complete basketball player. So Sean was really committed through the process. He saw, he understood the talent in myself, the gift in myself into just helping and guiding. Sean definitely stuck with the process. I want to congratulate him. It's been a pleasure working with them. It's been inspirational working with them. He's inspired me as well. This is why I do this. There's so many success stories with the kids. That's why I continue to do it. So Sean, congratulations to you for, all the hard work that you put in. You deserve it. All the 6 a.m. workouts, all the 6 a.m. workouts that I created, right? I had to get up at 6 a.m. I had to put the plan in place for 6 a.m., but that's what it takes. It takes that. It takes that. There's some people, who are doing that, right? There's a lot of people who are doing that. I had to study other people to see that that's what they do, right? So, congratulations to Sean. Sean is getting ready to take a big step right now in his process, in his journey, and I'm proud of him. We've been working right now. He's going to the 9th grade, and we've been working since 5th grade. So congratulations to Sean. He'll be going to Demantha Catholic High School. So I'm very proud of him for that accomplishment, for leading the way, for being just opening up doors for even other kids. So right now, through me working with him and us working together, we've kind of cracked the formula. There's a formula for success there. The formula with him going to Demantha High School, which is being a private school, the work that he put in, there's other kids in the program can follow in that same direction. And it wasn't just the work that I did. There was other people that kind of helped him along the way. He played for Team Durant, he played for We Are One, but he continued to stay home and work with myself, continue to get that knowledge, continue to get that development as a complete player. And even in that process of us working, there were still people who told me, hey, watch, you're not going to be working with him long. You're not going to be able to help him that long. Once he go to Team Durant, he's not going to work with you no more. And I was the person who recommended for him to go to Team Durant, right? So our goal here with Inspiring Through Sports is not to hold kids back. My goal is not to hold kids back. The goal is to allow kids to fly away, to do things that they want to do. But like somebody told me a long time ago, and I know this myself, but it told me a long time ago. Somebody told me one day, was like, the thing about the big programs, the top programs, whether it's Division I schools, the top schools, they know how to recruit talent. They know how to recruit talent. Most people don't understand that. They know how to recruit, but they're recruiting you because you're talented, but your development came from somewhere else. Your development came before that, before they recruited you to put you in that environment for you to go to that next level. So don't forget where, you started. But of course, it's okay also to move from the people who you started with if they can't help you anymore. It's okay to do that. But I know working with that young man, I got a lot of knowledge. I study this thing. So, even now, there's another step for him to take. So we're looking forward to see what he's going to do because we have more kids in the program who's going to follow into his footsteps. So we're excited about it from opening up that door. So we're definitely, so I wanted to congratulate him for all the hard work that he's put in. And so now moving forward, we're looking for some more kids who's willing to follow into his footsteps. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. All right, so that's what it's about. So, and there's more kids who are coming who are going to follow into those footsteps. So that's what it's about. And that's why Inspiring Through Sports as an organization, as a training program, that's what it's all about. Just helping kids to be the best that they can be. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about helping kids. So that right there probably wraps it up. That right there probably wraps it up. That wraps up episode number 6. I think I think I hit everything I needed to hit. I think I talked about everything I needed to talk about. I just wanted to highlight that the podcast will be taking a different direction. That it's time. It's time now for people who are interested. I already have a few guests who are interested, but basically I'm focusing on people here, in Waldorf, or people, just local people, because we're starting from the bottom, right? We're starting from the bottom. We're building it up. We're building it up. There's nothing wrong to build it up, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta have that belief in yourself. So, right now, we're going. So we're going. We got a long way to go. We got, there's a lot of great things ahead of us. The time we're living in is very difficult for anybody to stop what you're trying to do. It's very difficult. You just gotta make up your mind. You gotta have that belief. You gotta be willing to put the work in. You gotta be willing to do what I'm doing right now, right? So, and I'm excited for today because today was the first time I actually did a podcast by myself. Today was, yeah. Hey, look, I did it by myself today. I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. All right, I really didn't. So, but you got to have that belief. As the CEO of Inspiring Through Sports, I do it all. I do everything. Whatever I need to do, I do it. If I got to coach, I'm a coach. If I got to train, I'm going to train, right? If I have to take out the trash, I'm going to take out the trash. If I got to record, I'm going to record. If I got to take pictures, I'm going to take pictures. So I do it all right? So as I'm building it, I know how to play every position as a team player. I could play every position, all right? So there's so many more things I could get into, but I'm not going to get into it. I think that wraps up the show for today. So thank you for tuning in with Coach K, Jay the speaker. Thank you for tuning into the Inspiring Through Sports podcast. And I'm looking forward to episode number 7. So for those who want to come to the show, send me a message. And let's welcome you to the show and let's get this party started. So thank you. I'm out. All right, until the next show, be good. Be safe and make a difference in kids. Keep making a difference in kids. Don't make it about you. Don't make it about you. Make it about the kids. All right? I'm out. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm out of here.